There is a health scare we're following tonight. It involves thousands of people who may have been put at risk simply by going to the dentist. Hundreds of them lined up in Tulsa, Oklahoma today to be tested for hepatitis and HIV after visiting an oral surgeon accused of unsanitary practices. NBC's Charles Hadlock is in Tulsa tonight with more for us. Charles.
Good evening, Lester. Today was the first day that patients who may have been exposed to infectious diseases at a local dentist office could come and get tested. 400 people showed up today, but there are thousands more who may have been infected. The line at the Tulsa County Health Department stretched out the door today. Hundreds of people who have one thing in common. All were patients of Dr. Scott Harrington, whose dental practice is now at the center of a health scare.
Just figured I better get tested and be safe. It's the smartest thing to do.
State health officials say that Harrington's clinic may have been the source of hepatitis in at least one patient and fear there could be more. The health department has now notified 7,000 patients who may have been exposed to hepatitis or HIV.
We are here for the long run. We know that it's going to take a couple weeks to months to get everyone screened. And so we are here and we'll have this clinic established here until we see the last person.
In a 17-count complaint, the State Board of Dentistry accuses Dr. Harrington, seen here in an earlier photo, of being a menace to public health because of unsanitary practices found in his office. Inspectors say Harrington's clinic had rusty equipment, allowed dental assistants to perform IV sedation without a license, and reused needles and old drug vials. Investigators say Harrington's staff improperly sterilized dental tools with bleach, which caused them to corrode. Harrington has surrendered his dental license and is cooperating with authorities.
I just had been tested for hepatitis C.
Back at the long line at the testing clinic, Linda Harris awaits the results of her blood test and fears for her loved ones if she's somehow infected.
I'm really scared because I feel like, that's my fiance right there. So if anything happens, and it's not good news, then he's going to have to be tested.
Linda Harris and all the others here will have to wait at least 2 more weeks to know the results. Lester?
It's being called one of the worst public school cheating scandals in memory. For years, teachers allegedly altered answers on standardized tests to improve the results in Atlanta. And now dozens of educators have been indicted, including a former superintendent. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez has more tonight.
It's one of the largest cheating scandals ever in public education. Former Atlanta Superintendent Beverly Hall and 34 other educators indicted Friday on racketeering charges. Investigators say they conspired to erase wrong answers on standardized tests, often for money.
Dr. Hall had a contract that was set up to pay her bonuses when she achieved certain results. Those results were caused by cheating.
The district seemed to be performing well, earning Hall $500,000 in bonuses. She'd been named National Superintendent of the Year in 2009, the same year prosecutors say widespread cheating took place. Hall has repeatedly denied the allegations, first brought to light by reporters from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution and state investigators who persuaded one whistleblower to wear a wire and secretly record conversations. Investigators say some teachers would gather in locked rooms to change answers, but one of the accused, Angela Williamson of Dobbs Elementary, says that never happened at her school. She's stunned since a school panel cleared her of wrongdoing last year.
Did you ever help your students cheat?
I have a good heart. I always had. And I never, ever participated in any cheating. I did what was right for my students, and that is to teach them.
At another school, Justina Collins claims her daughter fell behind,
heroic image
while her test scores seem to improve.
It's really hard. Like, I'm 15 and I'm reading on a 5th grade level, and it's not good.
It's heartbreaking that we have individuals that would stoop that low in a situation for something as simple as money.
Cheating is not just a problem in Georgia, as pressure to do well on standardized tests has grown. In Texas, a former El Paso superintendent recently went to prison after removing some students from classes to improve test scores. Now, the new superintendent in Atlanta says the focus is on the students.
We are moving forward and we are executing. for the good of the children of this city.
Moving forward, after an education scandal that prosecutors say was brought on not by children, but the adults entrusted to teach them.
The grand jury was apparently so outraged at the former superintendent that it recommended a bond of $7.5 million. If convicted, she faces up to 45 years in prison, Lester.
Gabe Gutierrez from Atlanta for us tonight.